Welcome to Southern Q. My name is Jim Johnson. I'm a KCBS Pitmaster and I'm an international barbecue instructor. I've won 78 grand championships on the barbecue circuit. I may not be a chef, but I'm a master of open fire cooking. I travel all over the world teaching people how to cook barbecue. And now I'm going to teach you at home. I might not be able to make you a Pitmaster overnight, but I promise you I will make you better than your neighbor. Today it's all about poultry. First thing we're going to do today is a spatchcock chicken. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a buttermilk brine turkey breast, finish that off on the smoker, and just while we're waiting, we're going to have a little fun with some chicken thighs. Not only that, but we're going to pair that well with a southwestern salad with char grilled corn. So I can't wait. Let's get the smoke rolling and get this thing started. For today's cooking, what we've used is a Weber Summit grill. We're going to use this because, why did I choose this? Because of the double wall construction. We have insulation in between. It's going to hold the temperature about better. It's going to stay warmer inside, colder on the outside. We have a gasket here that seals, and the reason I use that is because when I close the lid, I don't want the air leaks. All that smoke, all that temperature is going to stay inside this grill. The only air that's going to come out and the only heat that's going to come out is what I allow to come out with this lid. One of the features I like is the fact that when I put my charcoal in my box, then I can turn this on and I have a little gas assist start. So I don't have to worry about a chimney starter, I don't have to worry about matches and all that. So my wife can come out and fire the grill while I'm in prepping and have everything ready when I get to the grill. So it's good little features that we have here, but we have to be able to maintain that temperature. How do we do that? We start with charcoal briquettes. We use a lot of lump charcoal on our cooking shows, but today we're going to use the charcoal briquettes. That is going to be a manufactured process, but it gives us the burning time, it gives us the equal burn, equal smoke, everything's consistent. Remember, in barbecue, we want to stay with consistency. So we're going to use this for our heat source. Having said that, we want to be able to put flavor in. So today what we've done is we've taken apple chunks, and you can see what size we're talking about. We don't need a lot, but we need some flavor. And the way that we get the flavor is we're going to take the apple chunks, put that over the hot flames. It's going to give us that smoke, that mild smoke that's going to pair well with our chicken. Today what we're going to do is a spatchcock chicken. The way you start that is we go and get a whole chicken. Beautiful chicken here. This is some beautiful poultry we have here today. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the backbone out. How do we do that? We're going to take our knife and cut the skin on either side of the backbone. What this is going to do is it's going to make it easier when we get ready to take this out. Then we're going to take a pair of poultry shears. See how we made that nice cut? We're going to come back with a pair of poultry shears right on either side of the backbone, and we're just going to cut right through. Poultry shears that's a real hard bone, so be careful at home when you do this and make sure you don't put your finger through the bone or through the scissors, because it will cut through bone. And guess what your finger is? We don't want to make that mistake. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut through this, and as we cut, we've already cut the skin back, so it's going to make it very easy for us to do. We're going to discard of this. We're going to put this in our little trash pail down there and save that for stock later. Don't throw those good pieces away, folks. We're going to use that. We've got some extra skin here. We're going to cut this off. But to make that a true spatchcock, the breastbone here. So we're going to turn this over, put it just down like so, and smash. There you go. You heard it. Now it's going to lay flat. Now what we want to do is we want to season this up. Again, we want to save all this for our chicken stock. So don't get rid of that. That's important for later on. That's another show, by the way. So what we're going to do is some of our homemade rub. We're going to take this, put it all on. A little bit about the homemade rub is you have to go to the website. We've already made this up. I want you to go to the website. The recipe, all the ingredients will be right there. Go to the website. You'll be able to see it. It'll give you all the proportional size servings, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about the dry rub. We're going to put this on, and then what happens is, quick and easy, don't be afraid, try this at home. You're going to really enjoy this. And then we're going to come back, we're going to take some off the board. Don't waste that precious rub. It's really, really good. But When we do, we're going to have a beautiful spatchcock chicken, dry rubbed with a sweet and savory seasoning. We're going to go to the grill with this now. What a beautiful bird. This is going to be really nice. This is what's going to cause you to be the envy of the neighborhood. So what we want to do is we want to bring it over, coals low and slow, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cook this for about an hour and a half. We want to come back though, and when I say an hour and a half, we're talking about 225 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I want to do is I want to keep that flavor down low so I can render that excess fat out. I can put that smoke flavor in, and I can get the chicken done. Nobody wants raw chicken. So what I want to do is I want you to be the envy of the neighborhood, and we're going to put this on. When I close the lid, we're going to come back in about an hour. And the reason I say that is I told you we're going to cook this for about an hour and a half, but we're going to check on it in about an hour to make sure everything's good, because guess what happens? If you're looking, you ain't cooking. One of the things that we're going to add to our grill today is because it's poultry day, is we're going to do a turkey breast. Today what we have is a boneless, skinless turkey breast. We started with this last night, put it in a buttermilk brine with rosemary, thyme, and oregano. Why do we put it in buttermilk, you say? Two reasons. One thing is because that will infuse those flavors. So the rosemary, thyme, and oregano, that will infuse that flavor inside, and it will help retain moisture for our turkey breast. We don't want a dry turkey breast. So we've had this soaking overnight. We're going to take it out, and we're going to use a little bit of our dry rub. We're going to take this out, give it a quick shake. We just want a little of that juice coming on. And you can see a very, very nice turkey breast. We're going to take this. I'm going to just set this off camera if you don't mind. And we're going to come back, clean a little of the big stems off because we don't want that. And then we're going to start adding our dry rub. We're going to take our dry rub, sprinkle over the top. Again, dry rub, go to our website. You'll be able to see those recipes there. We'll be glad to give them to you. We can't wait for you to start trying those at home. Got a really nice coating on there, folks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the grill. Remember, we've had our chicken on here for about 15 minutes. We've got our chicken on there. You can see it's starting to brown up very nicely, low and slow, which is what we're looking for. We're going to take the buttermilk brine turkey breast. We're going to go straight to the grill, and we're going to give this chicken a little company. We're going to have a party under the hood tonight. So we're going to put this on, seal that off. We're going to close this down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to leave that alone. We're going to let the smoke roll, 225 degrees. We got the smoke rolling, a low temperature. It's going to take us about an hour to finish this off, and then we're going to come back and plate this up. Stick around. How do you know when a rib is done? Because a lot of times we don't have a thermometer. We don't really know what we're looking for. We just say we cook time and temperature, and everybody says, oh, we'll cook them at this temperature for this long time. No rib cooks the same. So what we want to do is we want to have a tried and true recipe on how to test that. So we're going to take this, I'm going to turn it over, and as I do, I'm going to go in, I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to go in from the end, just like so. Got the meat side down, bone side up. I'm going to go in 3 bones, and I'm going to start picking it up. As I pick this up, the meat is starting to pull off the bone. What that does is that tells me that the weight of the rib will pull that off the back of the bone. That means it's tender. If I can pick this up and flop it around, then I need to cook it longer. But if I can go in and have the weight of the rib itself pull the meat off the back of the bone, then I know I'm there. While we're letting our chicken finish up, we need to do something, so we're going to make a really nice Southwest salad. How do we do that? We're going to start with fresh ingredients. But I got a little secret for you over here. I've got roasted corn. That's what I have in this bowl here. You notice this one's still on the grill? You know why? That's mine. So we're going to close that up, keep that a secret. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back and make our Southwest salad. How do we do that? We start with roasted corn. So we're just going to dump that in a bowl. Beautiful ingredients. Look how pretty these colors are. Now we're going to use diced up tomatoes. We're just going to put a few of those in there. Look at the colors that we're starting to add. We're going to keep adding this. This is going to where extra kick comes from. We're going to have some diced apples. This is going to give us that crunch and that extra flavor. Beautiful. We're going to add a little salt for balance. Put a little salt in there now. Now we've got some chipotle peppers. What we're going to do is we're going to add the chipotle peppers there to kick it up a notch. We're going to bring that up. Then we're going to add some fresh orange juice. Fresh squeezed orange juice. Sounds like a lot, folks, but the flavor. This is going to be a flavor derailment in your mouth. We're going to add a little olive oil. Then we're going to add some fresh cilantro. We just keep adding ingredients. So if you got one at home you like, add it. We're going to add some black beans to this. It just keeps getting better and better. This flavor train's left town and it's just picking up cars. A little red onion. We're going to come back with some garlic. Who doesn't like garlic? And then we got this famous Carolina honey. We're going to put that in there just for a touch of sweetness because we added the onions and we've added the peppers. So we're going to mellow that down just a little bit. Some fresh squeezed lime juice. We're going to add all that. Then we're going to give it a quick toss. Look at the colors. Look at how this is blending in. Look at this. Isn't this going to be the most beautiful salad? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to pair well with the chicken that we have on the grill. So what we're going to do is this chicken's coming off in a couple of minutes. We want to take this to the plate. We're going to plate it up. We're going to bring the chicken to the table. So stick around. You don't want to miss this. As I was reminiscing, I'm thinking about all the new people out there that are going from grilling to smoking. A lot of times people have a tendency to be afraid of that smoking process because it's a little bit longer. I want to try to give you a few tips to make that a little bit better. One of the things is there's always that question about wood chunks. Do you soak them in water or not? I'll tell you why I don't, because I always wanted to learn the science behind cooking. What happens is if you soak that wood overnight in water and then we cut it in half with a saw the very next day, you would find out you'd only penetrate the surface about 1/4 of an inch. What would happen then is you have a nice hot fire, consistent fire, then all of a sudden we add this this wood that's soaked overnight in the water. We put that in, and what will happen at that point in time is it brings the temperature down. Why does it do that? Because there's water in it. It takes about 15 minutes to dry that wood out. So then what happens after 15 minutes, guess what? It starts to burn the wood, temperature shoot up. So we're doing this place right here with our wood. We want consistency. So what we have to do is build a fire, and as you see the fire in the center, add the wood chunks to the outer ring. As the fire spreads, it starts to burn the wood slowly, and we get the extra smoke. If you put it right in the middle of a hot fire, it's going to burn very fast. You'll get smoke for 5 minutes. You won't get the long-lasting smoke that you're looking for. It's been an hour and a half. We've got the smoker going. We've got our spatchcock chicken on the grill. It's been seasoned up. We want to see what it looks like. We also waited just a little bit, and then we put a buttermilk brine turkey breast on there. I can't wait to see what that turned out like. So let's go to the grill and see what we have. Isn't this gorgeous? This is absolutely beautiful. Look at the color, the darkness, the richness, and you can't wait to stand the smell of this. The smell of this is absolutely wonderful. We've got a turkey breast over here. Remember, we had it buttermilk brine. We had the seasonings on it. Beautiful, beautiful turkey. So what I want to do is I can't wait to dig into this. How am I going to do that? We're not going to wait. I don't care if neighbors come or not. Look. Look at the juice. You got the juice there, still juicy and moist, flavorful. You can smell the smoke. And then we've infused all those fresh rosemary, thyme, oregano in it. Now I'm going to come over and we're going to start on the chicken. We're going to take our chicken. How do we know that's done? Look, you can take it and move it, and when the joints come across, look at this. We know that this is perfect. So we're going to cut this up a little bit. This is going to look good on a plate. This is going to look good on my plate. So what's going to happen is we'll take this off. We'll cut this a little bit. And as you can see, isn't that beautiful? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little trick. right along the backbone. I want you to cut just on the either side of the backbone. There's a little backbone in there. You're going to cut on either side, and then I want you to cut all the way down. And then what's going to happen is we're going to go down and we're going to carve this out. And you're going to take the tip of your knife and go under, and then you're going to be able to cut this whole breast out. And be careful, this is very, very hot, folks. So I want you to do that. We're going to finish this up. We're going to plate all this up in just a second. And when we do, we've taken the wing off. You can see how easy this chicken is to disassemble. We've got our turkey breast all in one piece. Now I want to show you another little trick. Look how beautiful and moist. How do you get moist chicken like that? Look how much moisture we have in this chicken. Absolutely beautiful. This is wonderful. I can't wait to dig in. Just a little recap of what we did today. We started out with a whole chicken, spatchcocked it, cooked it on the smoker, low and slow of course, and then we took a buttermilk brined turkey breast. And the reason I say it so slow is because I don't want you to miss out on the flavors. It was overnight brined in buttermilk with oregano, thyme, and rosemary. Took it out, fabulous flavors. We added some dry rub at the end. Then we made this great Southwest salad. What's going to happen is if you'll look at this chicken, look how beautiful that color is. Look at that dark skin. That's that smoke that came from that apple wood. Now we've had a turkey breast. We also put a dry rub on that after it brined. See how moist it is and how juicy it is. Then we roasted off some corn. We took the corn, roasted it off, some peppers and tomatoes with some apple, black beans, a little lime juice, cilantro, everything you would need in a perfect Southwest salad. And until next time, keep the blue smoke rolling. Hi, I'm Jim Johnson, 78-time Grand Champion winner here at Kenora. We're here to talk about the barbecue contest. We're here to see all the teams compete. We want to talk a little bit about barbecue. We're going to bring the barbecue in. This is competition barbecue. This is a KCBS sanctioned barbecue event. Kansas City Barbecue Society. We have 4 meats. So we're going to have the chicken, we're going to have the pork ribs, we're going to have the pork shoulder, and we're going to have a beef brisket. So these teams are going to be competing here for thousands of dollars in prize money. What they're going to do is they're going to compete in the 4 categories. They're going to turn it in. We have certified judges here, double blind judging taking place here. So everything's going to be a really nice event. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to show what competition barbecue looks like in Kenora.
What we're doing is we're tying in a music festival, a festival of beer, with a festival of barbecue, and basically what we're doing is we're welcoming in the summer. It's this is what the festival is really all about. And what's summer without beer, barbecue, and some good music?
I think it's great that it's growing. A little scared for the 2-day cook. That's another hurdle we're going to have to overcome.
I think the biggest thing is we just have to actually make sure that we take naps and so forth in between. I know with the offset, the big difference is we're going to have to coddle this a little more and make sure someone's paying attention to it. But like Tyler said, it's great to see more teams this year. It's now actually international in that sense, that we have American teams that are coming up here, and it's awesome for our community and for the two of us with our love for barbecue.
Well, and bringing barbecue to a place where it really isn't.
Yeah,
it's not a big thing here yet. We hope it becomes something bigger.
Man, things have been awesome. It's this last 3 years has just been a whirlwind. Like you mentioned, the first Grand. Since then, we just not even looked back. We just took barbecue on from a hobby to a career. It's a great family atmosphere. We got a food trailer now. It's competed at the Royal last year. 33rd in pork in the world out there. It was a good time. Yeah, we dabbled in the backyard for about 4 years before we took it to the competition circuit, but going down south, it's just a whole different animal. Canada barbecue is great, but you go down there, you got to elevate your game. It's that much better. Those guys compete week in, week out, and you know, the level of barbecue just downtown is just crazy down there.
Important thing you need to do is to get it good and get it ready on time, because everybody's got a different profile. What I think is really good, the judges might hate. That's something that you have to work on your own, and that's experience might teach you some, but some of it isn't there. What you need to do is you have to get that meat ready. You have to get it at the perfect tenderness at the perfect time. When the judges are about to eat it, that's when it's ready. That's the key thing.
Definitely, everybody helps each other out, no matter what is setting up or cooking, or if you need something, everybody around here will help each other.